Uh, my, my name is Edith Snow, and my husband Harry and I live at Vintage Hollow. We've been here almost 5 years and just love it. From our wonderful apartment to the 3 great meals a day served in a very attractive dining room. Everything was rosy until about 6 months ago. I always knew that the Vintage allowed dogs. Of course, they had to weigh less than 30 pounds and behave themselves. Truthfully, I didn't think about the dog policy since we did not have a dog and would never have one. Well, was I wrong? One day out of the blue, my husband announced we should get a dog. There is a small strip mall very close to Vintage Hollow, and recently a pet store opened up there. It seems my husband has been stopping by every day to look at the puppies. Are you crazy? I cried. We're too old for a puppy. We had dogs when the kids were young, but those days are gone. He didn't say anything at first, and then he agreed with me. I was shocked that he gave in so easily, but I wasn't going to push it. I had other fish to fry, as they say. 2 months ago, in 2 months, Harry and I will be married 50 years. I wanted a party just like all my friends had when they reached that golden threshold. I gotta take this off. I wanted dinner at a wonderful restaurant and have a band playing a beautiful song, and Harry and I would glide across the floor and look into each other's eyes. He would whisper how much he loved me and how great the last 50 years had been. He would say my dress was stunning, and I would tell him I got it at a thrift store with the tag still on it. That is my dream, and I'm going to make it come true. My daughters, Pam and Kate, and I talked every day. Between the 3 of us, we came up with the Village Inn restaurant as the perfect place for a party since they had such a great function room. We picked the Merry Men as a band, and we decided to go for the turkey dinner as the main course. Everything was going smoothly, so I wasn't prepared for the rug being pulled from underneath me. I walked into the living room with 2 glasses of white wine. Thanks, said my husband, as he took the wine and reached for the remote. Don't turn it on yet. I want to talk about our anniversary party, I said. What? He yelled. You do remember that we'll be married 50 years in a couple of months. Of course I remember. I just don't want a party. What? Everybody has a party. I have lost count of how many we have gone to. Yeah, and they were all awful. You're not going to get me in a monkey suit and have me dance around. I couldn't dance 50 years ago, and I surely can't now. But I've already booked the Merry Men. We'll pick up the phone and cancel them. Harry, why are you acting so unreasonably? Having a band to listen to is so much better than just sitting there eating. Wait a minute. Am I missing something? Did you also book a restaurant? Of course I did. The girls and I thought the Village Inn with the great function room would be the perfect place to hold the party. You always liked it there, didn't you? He walked away from me and went over to the desk. I saw him grab a sheet of paper from the printer and start writing something. A few minutes later, he was back. To answer the question, yes, I like it there, he said. Let's go back to the time when I said I wanted a dog and you said no. I respected your feelings then, and I respect them now. Is this what about me saying no to a dog? I'm saying that I want you to respect my feelings as I am saying no to a party. You can't possibly compare the two things, I said. Having a dog is commitment of at least 10 years of vet's visits, walks in the park, and buying dog food. I'm talking about a party at a restaurant that might last 4 hours or less. There's no comparison. I'm sick of arguing about it, he said. Here, read this. I took the sheet of paper and read out loud what it said. I, Edna Snow, promise never to organize a 50th wedding anniversary party or book a band for such a party. Edna, I am sorry, this is the only way to put an end to this party thing, he explained. Please sign it. Harry, you can't be serious. I'm very serious. All right, then I will sign it. I took the pen he handed me and scribbled my name. He didn't notice I had a smile on my face because I had a plan of how I would beat that party pooper. You know, it is a week and 5 days away from Harry and I being married, 50 years. I took out the dress from a thrift shop, cut out the store tags, and tried it on. What a wonderful buy, I thought. It's really stunning. I walked into the living room and sat down next to Harry on the couch. How come you're all dressed up, he asked. I just felt like wearing it. Let's go down to dinner. When we arrived in the main room leading to the dining room, it was empty. Where is everybody? Asked Harry. They're all inside along with our families. You see, it's a party for us. You promised never to plan a 50th anniversary party. You even signed a paper that you wouldn't, he yelled Harry. I kept my promise, Harry. We will not be married 50 years until a week and a half. Technically, we are married 49 years, and I never said I wouldn't plan a 49th party. Edna, you are such a sneak. Okay, you win. Let's go meet our guests. You'll be happy to hear there is no band. There's no room for one. Also, we are having turkey and chocolate cake for dinner. Edna, you look stunning in that thrift store dress. I love you so much. The last 49 years have been wonderful. He kissed me, and then we went to meet our guests.
Very nice.
I like the twist about the 49. That was really cute.
Is that going to be okay for the book?
Yep, that's beautiful.
It's beautiful.
And now the other one, as I said, I just ran out of steam, and I
love that. I wouldn't even thought about that. You get 49, so you didn't mind.
Yeah, that's so cute.
Yeah.
This is called Charlie. My name is Rose Adams, and this is my first day at Vintage Hollow. Up until 2 years ago, my life was perfect. I had a wonderful husband, great kids, and my best friend, Charlie. My husband became very sick and passed away. My kids are still great, but Charlie ran away. I should mention that Charlie is a beagle. I say is because I'm sure he's still alive. It was my fault. I left the door open as I went to get the mail. A cat ran across our yard, and Charlie was out the door, never to be seen again. I also blame myself for not putting a microchip into Charlie like the vet wanted me to. I was so sure that he would always be with me. After 2 years of living without my husband and Charlie, I finally decided to sell my house. It sold very quickly, and here I am at the Vintage. It seems like a nice place, and everyone is so friendly. Suddenly there was a knock on the door, and I opened it to find my neighbors, Mary and Grace, who I had met earlier, standing there. Grace and I are going down to the lobby to hang around. Would you like to join us? It'll give you an opportunity to meet more people. That sounds great. I would love to, I said. I just got off the elevator into the lobby when I saw him. There was my Charlie walking down the aisle on a leash. A very tall man with a large white beard was on the other end of the leash. I started to scream, Charlie, Charlie, it's your mother. I finally found you. Charlie started to bark and jump around and squirm around. The man tightened his hold and put Charlie behind him. Madam, you are frightening my dog. You don't understand. That's my dog. I left the door open and the cat ran by. Madam, this is not your dog. I purchased Charlie from a shelter 2 years ago, and I have the papers to prove it. Yes, it was 2 years ago when he ran away. He's wearing the collar that I bought for him at the Christmas fair. Madam, stop calling me madam. My name is Rose, and you are Jack Warren. Listen, Rose, the people at the shelter were not sure where the collar came from. I like the look of it, so with a thumbs up from everybody, I put it on my dog. He's not your dog. I'm calling my vet, Dr. Morgan, and he will straighten everything out. As I turned around, I saw a small group of people was staring at me. My new friends, Mary and Grace, were looking at me in horror. I excused myself and almost ran to my apartment. Once inside, I realized I didn't have Dr. Morgan's phone number. That meant a call to my friend Marcia, who also uses Dr. Morgan as her vet. What she told me sent me reeling. I was so glad to see my daughter come through the door. I just thought I would drop by and find out how your first day went. Well, I'll tell you about it. Let you decide. First, I found Charlie, but he's now owned by a guy named Jack. If I was a swearing person, I would really tell you what I think of him. Second, I yelled at Jack, saying that Charlie is not his dog, and now everyone thinks I'm a crazy old woman. Thirdly, I thought Dr. Morgan could solve this problem, but it seems he sold his practice and has run off with his assistant. My daughter gave me all kinds of hugs. Ma, are you really sure this dog living there is Charlie? Yes, but I can't prove it. Later, as I drifted off to sleep, I realized I could prove it. I got Jack's phone number from the front desk and called him. Jack, this is Rose. Please don't hang up. I want you to come over to my apartment and bring Charlie. I will only keep you a few minutes. If you don't agree with me, I promise never to bother you or Charlie again. I was surprised when he came over so quickly. I sat him down on the couch. Charlie was going crazy, trying to jump on me. I pushed him away and handed a picture of me and Charlie taken about a week before he ran away. Look carefully at Charlie's face. Now look at his left eye. What do you see? There's a small white circle over the eye. Now look at the real life Charlie. And what do you see? Okay, you win. Take Charlie. I can see he's your dog. Jack, I don't want to make you feel bad. I can see Charlie really loves you. Here's my plan. We will divide the week. One of us will take Charlie Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, and one of us will take Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, and we'll take every other Sunday. So what's going to happen is that they get very chummy, you know. They start
they fall in love.
They fall in love,
Yeah.
and at the end, he asked her to marry him, and she said, well, she didn't know if she loved him, but she felt she had to marry for the sake of the dog.